show. Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. John Moxley.
Yeah.
John Moxley had a big match going down this Saturday at the big AEW all-out show. He's going to go against Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
And he announced on Twitter on Friday he had to pull out of the show due to a MRSA infection or staph infection in his elbow.
Yeah.
Which, if you remember, was what kept him out of action in WWE for almost 9 months. Because they got infected, they got it taken care of, then it got reinfected, I believe, and that's why he's on the shelf. So he had to pull out of the show officially.
Yeah, I actually was talking to Renee actually a couple of days ago because I saw her and she was telling me about it. And what's crazy is it's the same thing that happened to my elbow. As far as every time, that elbow, I would go and get it drained, just say, for instance, it would get, water on it, a burster sac would just pop or whatever. I didn't know what it was, but I would go and get it drained, and then it'll look good, it'll look cool and everything's fine. And I knew I wasn't doing a spinneroonie or anything like that, so it wasn't any reason for it to blow up on me or anything like that. So I say, all right, man, now it's time to get back in the gym and start hitting it hard. So I started hitting the gym real hard again, and I get on the bench press, and as soon as I start benching hard again, boom, it'll blow up on me again. I'm like, man, what is going on? And then I remember I went to the Hall of Fame, did the spinneroonie on the stage in New York the first time, and I came up on that elbow and it hurt like crazy, man. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Went to Canada right after that, and I was doing a promo, and in the promo I had some tell the guys, hey guys, y'all gotta go down that way. And I did that with my arm, just pointed that way and tore the rest of the tricep right off the bone. Now, I went in to get the elbow worked on, and I realized I had staph infection in the elbow. So they could not even do the surgery. They had to do the staph infection first. And I'm going to tell you, the pain from that was excruciating, even more so than actually having the surgery.
Wow.
And I tell you, they hooked me up and got it out of there, and then I had to wait like a month or so before I could actually have the surgery. So, boom, went in and did the surgery, and I tell you, man, I know Dean Ambrose is going through. I hope he doesn't, get that dilaudid drip. You know what I mean? Because that's like that propofol that Michael Jackson was taking. I'm serious, man. They put me on that drip, and I tell you, man, I was in the PGA. Playing around, I think in the Masters, I think I might have been playing behind Tiger. And I hit one of the most beautiful shots. Do not let them put you on that dilaudid drip. But we'll tell that story some other time. But I tell you, Dean Ambrose, he's definitely going through something that, hopefully this time will be the one that get it right, because I heard from his wife that he's actually going to be getting both of them actually done, probably fixed his thing. But I'm gonna tell you right now though, time on the road, and I can honestly say perhaps time away from WWE. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a second. Time away from WWE. Dean Ambrose, now John Moxley, a totally different person. John Moxley's working everywhere. I know he was on a show up with Michael Bryan not too long.
AEW, yeah.
Yeah. I know he was in New Japan over there doing some stuff.
Yeah, he was in the G1.
Yeah, and then I know he's doing stuff with AEW. And that's just the three that we know about right now offhand. So we know he's working every week somewhere now. So the schedule hadn't slowed down; it's picked up. That's the one thing that's changed. Working in all these different places. So now you're a free agent. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
It's just going to be a problem for AEW guys like this going out there working shows like that and then end up getting hurt.
I think that Dean, not to cut you off, I think John Moxley was going to cease some of those independent bookings once AEW kind of kicked into full swing on a weekly basis, because they're going to TV in October, so I think he was waiting for that.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. But, does it pose a problem? Because, okay, who pays the bill for this? Who pays that bill?
I don't know.
A lot of times wrestlers don't, have, insurance, because it's hard to cover an independent contractor who goes out and throw caution to the wind and jump off stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trying to hurt themselves. It's trust me, I know, because it was, I had to, go a certain way to get insurance over my years, as well as I had to pay a lot of money over the years to keep insurance, especially now, I got a couple of kids as well, so who pays that bill? Because that's a hectic bill that's going to come back, and somebody's going to have to pay it. You know what I mean? Do AEW pay it? Do New Japan? Do you know what I mean? NEW?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who pays that bill?
I don't know.
Do it come out of the pocket? And now, if it does come out of the pocket, I don't care how much money you're making. That's a debt. That's like paying a part of a house payment all in one. You know what I mean? Or if you just say, for instance, you want to put it on a payment plan, you got interest going to be building up on it for forevermore. So it's like it's like having a mortgage. You know what I mean? So that could be a problem. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I just wonder, in that situation right there, and when it did happen, that's the one thing you definitely don't want to happen in professional wrestling as far as getting hurt. I wouldn't say getting hurt, because we get hurt all the time, but getting injured and then being out there and then doctors say you got to have surgery. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Especially when you're going into this major show, right? I mean, this is going to be AEW's biggest show yet, and he was one of the featured matches against Kenny Omega. I mean, do you think that this hurts AEW long term at all, or do you think it hurts him in the interim? They replaced him with Pac, also known, Neville from WWE.
Yeah.
Do you think that this hurts their show on Saturday?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it hurts the show, but it hurts the content that we're trying to put out, because we don't know if Neville going to be a guy that's going to be around for a long time, or if he's just coming in for a one-off.
Right.
If he's coming in to give us a good match, okay, fine. If that's what fans are looking for, just a one-off and good matches, opposed to great storylines and angles, we'll find out. But I don't think it helps any. You know what I mean? It may not hurt, but I know it doesn't help. As far as John Moxley, he's a guy that's he's a player. He's in. You know what I mean? Kenny Omega, he's another one of their main guys. He's in. Pac is a guy that was supposed to be in, but somehow something happened. He stayed overseas, and now, hey, if we can get him in for this one match to cover, you know what I mean? It's almost like putting a Band-Aid on a thing and saying, hey, we're going to stop the bleeding. We're going to stop the bleeding and see what we can get out of this. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think the thing with Pac before was he was the Dragon Gate champion, but he didn't want to lose on TV, something like that.
Yeah.
He's not champion anymore, so I don't know if that means he's in All Elite now or he's still all out. I don't know.
He would be a great acquisition. I mean, the guy can go out there and do it all, and I know he's still hungry.
Right.
He didn't leave WWE because he was just ready to sit back and collect a paycheck or anything like that. He's a guy that still want to go out there and do more. So I don't know. I if I was him, I would make a decision, make it quick, because it's $1 billion right off the top.
Well, I think that hopefully they still have a good show Saturday. Everyone's safe, but I think that it does take away from the show that you don't have a guy like John Moxley on there, somebody who can bring in like a Chris Jericho, who is established on another television show, another brand, who could bring eyeballs over. And that was actually the match I was looking most forward to was John Moxley and Kenny Omega. So I think it sucks a little bit for the fans, but I just hope that he heals up real quick and he's back at it, whenever he's cleared to be. And they clear that infection.
No, but the thing is, who said John Moxley's not going to be there?
Well, he could be there, I assume, but not wrestling the match. I said it was a match that I was looking forward to.
No, I'm just saying. You said him being there. That's what you said.
Okay, him being there, him wrestling is what I meant. But he could be there. I guess he could still do stuff like when Austin was injured back in the day, he'd still come out and do promos or do this, do that.
Exactly my point. You know what I mean? So it may not be a lost cause. And I hear they already planning the date for the rematch. Already.
They pushed back the initial. You're talking about Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Moxley. So they already talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be a great main event for their first television show.
Well, I don't think it's going to be able to happen that quick, because the television show that tricep is going to take at least. Mine took at least 6 months to heal.
Oh, you think that long he's going to be out?
Oh man, for that tricep.
Oh man.
Yeah. And the thing is, he's going to lose a lot of muscle. in recovery, trying to get back to, work it out, because he's not going to be able to do anything with that arm for a while, to that thing reattached, and if he does, he's going to go out there and just mess it up all over again. And I tell you, mine, I could see it, you know what I mean, as far as why I got more muscle loss than on my right side, and I work extra hard trying to get it back, to that point. But I don't think it'll ever be back to that point. And that's what happened when, these guys tear their shoulders, tear their biceps and stuff and whatnot. I've been lucky, been blessed, it was only the tricep. But yeah. Hey guys, I need y'all.